Brazilian wandering spider. This is the spider that holds a Guinness World Record. Not for size, not for venom speed, but for being the most venomous spider on the planet. The Brazilian wandering spider, Phenutria, doesn't build webs. It hunts on foot, through banana plantations, through houses, and at night through your bedroom floor. Its venom attacks the nervous system directly. Victims describe intense burning pain that spreads through the entire body within minutes. In severe cases, paralysis, loss of breath, cardiac arrest. But here's what surprises most people. Its venom is also being studied as a treatment for erectile dysfunction. One of the most deadly bites in nature accidentally became a pharmaceutical research breakthrough. Anti-venom exists, but you need it fast. Sydney funnel web spider, Australia. Of course, the Sydney funnel web is considered the most dangerous spider to humans specifically because it's aggressive, it's fast, and it lives in one of the most populated regions on Earth. Unlike most spiders that bite as a last resort, the male funnel web will rear up and strike repeatedly if threatened. Its fangs are strong enough to pierce through a fingernail. The venom, called atrachotoxin, triggers an uncontrolled flood of nerve signals in the human body. Heart rate skyrockets. Muscles convulse. Before anti-venom was developed in 1981, 13 confirmed deaths were recorded. Since 1981, 0 deaths. The anti-venom is one of the greatest success stories in toxicology, but the spider hasn't changed. It still bites the same way. We just got smarter. Redback Spider, Australia's second entry, and this one lives inside your house. The redback is a close relative of the black widow. Same family, same venom mechanism. But the redback has adapted specifically to urban environments. Under toilet seats, inside shoes, and garden furniture. There are approximately 2,000 redback bites reported in Australia each year. The venom causes a syndrome called diaphoresis. The body essentially turns on every sweat gland simultaneously. Combined with intense localized pain and headaches, it's one of the most unpleasant bites of any spider. What's remarkable, an anti-venom has existed since 1956, yet a 2014 clinical study found it no more effective than a placebo for most symptoms. The medical world is still debating this. The redback may have outsmarted its own cure. Six-eyed sand spider. You've probably never heard of this one. That's exactly the problem. The six-eyed sand spider, Sicarius, buries itself completely under desert sand. No web, no movement, just waiting. For months if necessary. It's been called the most venomous spider no one talks about. Its venom is a hemotoxin. It destroys tissue and prevents blood from clotting. In animal studies, injections cause blood vessels to rupture from the inside. Skin at the bite site turns necrotic and dies. Internal hemorrhaging follows. Here's the terrifying part. There is no anti-venom. None. Not in development, not in testing, because bites in humans are so rare that pharmaceutical companies haven't prioritized it. Rare doesn't mean impossible, and if it bites you in the Namib Desert, you're hours from a hospital. Brown recluse. The brown recluse doesn't want to bite you. It's called recluse for a reason. It hides. Closets, cardboard boxes, folded clothing that hasn't been touched in weeks. It bites when it's trapped against skin, and then it walks away, and you feel nothing. That's the most dangerous part. The venom, sphingomyelinase D, begins destroying cells silently. Hours pass, then a blister forms, then the skin around the bite turns dark, then it dies. A process called necrotic arachnidism. In severe cases, the wound can continue expanding for weeks. Some victims have required skin grafts. There is no approved anti-venom in the United States. Treatment is wound management and waiting. The brown recluse teaches one lesson. The bite you don't feel can be the worst one. Mouse spider, Australia. Again, sorry. The mouse spider, Miscelina, looks almost identical to the Sydney funnel web. Same heavy body, same aggressive posture, same powerful fangs. Researchers initially assumed the venom was equally dangerous. They were right. The mouse spider produces venom that is functionally similar to funnel web venom. In laboratory testing, funnel web anti-venom works against mouse spider bites, which is fortunate because for decades, no one knew to test for it. But here's what makes the mouse spider unusual. Most bites are dry. The spider injects little or no venom. Scientists believe it's a conscious conservation strategy. Venom takes energy to produce. The mouse spider can choose whether to poison you. Most of the time, it decides not to. Yellow sac spider. This is the spider most likely in your home right now. Yellow sac spiders, Caracanthium, are found worldwide. They build small silk tubes in corners of ceilings and behind furniture. They are the most common cause of spider bites globally. Their venom causes cytotoxic reactions, localized cell death, slow healing wounds, and occasional systemic reactions in sensitive individuals. They're not going to kill a healthy adult, but for years they were falsely blamed for unexplained skin necrosis. Bites blamed on brown recluses in regions where brown recluses don't even exist. The yellow sac spider is the great misidentified villain of arachnology. It's responsible for millions of unexplained bites, most dismissed as nothing. A few that became serious, common, overlooked, everywhere. Chilean Recluse. If the brown recluse is dangerous, the Chilean recluse is its more aggressive, more venomous cousin. Loxosceles lata has been spreading beyond South America through international shipping, found in Europe, North America, and Australia inside cargo containers and imported goods. Its necrotic venom is considered more potent than the brown recluse, with reported cases showing faster tissue destruction and higher rates of systemic complications. Kidney failure, hemolytic anemia, and in rare cases, death. The Chilean recluse is classified as an invasive species, meaning globalization is literally spreading one of the world's most dangerous spiders across borders. Every year its range grows, slowly, silently. Northern tree funnel web, the final spider, the one that surprises everyone. Most people think the Sydney funnel web is the deadliest of its family. They're wrong. The northern tree funnel web, Hadronici formidabilis, is larger, produces more venom per bite, and lives in trees, meaning it can drop onto people from above without warning. It was once considered less dangerous because it appeared less aggressive in captivity. Then researchers analyzed its venom load, up to 5 times the volume of its Sydney relative. Anti-venom works, but this spider lives in rainforest regions with lower population density, which means longer distances to medical care, which means the time window between bite and treatment is harder to close. The deadliest spider isn't always the most famous one. Sometimes it's the one you've never heard of, in a tree above a trail you're about to walk.